Alright, so here's another crash course in Japanese grammar about something we went over this week in our classes. So this week we introduced the particle ni and de in reference to locations. Now I've heard a lot of people say that ni marks location or de marks location. That's not really a good definition because they can both mark locations. The use of ni to mark locations marks a location as the destination of an action. To keep it simple, the most common actions are things like go, come, go home, etc. So if you're going to the library, you say toshokan ni ikimasu. If you're going to Japan, you say Nihon ni ikimasu, because Nihon, or the Toshokan, is the place that you're going. The act of going is aimed at that location. We don't use o because going doesn't happen to the location. When you go to the library, going doesn't do anything to the library. The library is unaffected. We use ni, and we don't use de because de is used instead to mark the location of action, the place where something is done. So if you go to a library, going is not done at the library. Going stops right before the library. But once you're there and you do something at the library, you can mark it with de. So Toshokan de hono yomimasu. You read the book at the library, right? Nihon de omiyage o kaimasu. You buy the omiyage, the souvenir, at Japan. It's the location where you do that. So you never really use de with things like ikimasu, kimasu, etc. It's a very common error. You see things like Toshokan de ikimasu or Nihon de ikimasu. Those are absolutely wrong because ikimasu is not happening in those locations unless you're zooming out. So if you said something like Nihon de Toshokan ni ikimasu, well then the act of going to the library is happening within Japan, so that's okay. But the place that you're going to still needs to be marked with ni. And that's basically the difference between the two. I know a lot of people get these confused, but just remember, if you're aiming an action at something, it's ni. If you're doing the action at the place, then you're marking it with de. I hope that helps you with your Japanese, and I'll see you in another video.